Have you ever trusted someone so deeply, only to discover they were secretly planning your death? That's exactly what happened to Victoria Miller, a 38-year-old hotel owner from Denver, Colorado. From the outside, her life looked like a dream. She owned a boutique hotel that had just been featured in a travel magazine. She had a husband, Marcus, who seemed charming and supportive. And her younger sister, Sophia, often stayed close, helping out at the hotel. But behind the smiles and family dinners, a storm was brewing. A storm Victoria had no idea was coming. For months, she started feeling sick. Not just the kind of tired you feel after a long day at work. This was different. Her hair was falling out, her skin looked pale, and nausea hit her at random moments. She thought it was stress, maybe too much coffee, maybe not enough sleep. But stress doesn't explain why you wake up every morning weaker than the night before. And what Victoria didn't know was that the very people she trusted most, the people who should have protected her, were the ones quietly pushing her closer to the grave. Watch closely because what she did next will shock you. Victoria wasn't the type to complain. She pushed through the sickness, running her hotel with a smile. But deep down, she knew something was wrong. Doctors couldn't find the cause. Blood tests came back normal. Then one evening, she noticed something strange. Marcus always insisted on bringing her meals, especially her late-night soup. At first, it felt sweet, thoughtful, the kind of thing any loving husband would do. But then came the slip-ups. One night, when Marcus placed the tray on her bedside table, she noticed him staring just a little too intently as she lifted the spoon. Almost like he was waiting for something. And Sophia? She was always there, too. Too eager. Too attentive. A little too invested in Victoria's weakness. Victoria's gut told her something wasn't right. And when her gut spoke, she listened. One night, after Marcus left the kitchen, Victoria tiptoed in. She lifted the lid of the soup pot. A faint, bitter smell filled the air. It wasn't her usual chicken broth. She dipped in a spoon, touched it to her tongue, then immediately spit it out. Metallic. Sharp. Not food. Her heart raced. She didn't know exactly what it was, but she knew her husband was poisoning her. Now here's the thing about Victoria. She wasn't just smart in business. She was observant. Instead of confronting him right away, she played along. She pretended to get weaker. She pretended not to notice. And quietly, she set up cameras in the kitchen. Days later, when she reviewed the footage, her world shattered. There was Marcus sprinkling something into her soup. And not just once. Again. And again. But that wasn't the worst part. The camera angle also caught Sophia. Laughing with him. Hugging him. And finally, kissing him. Her husband. Her sister. Together. And together, trying to erase her from the picture. Victoria knew she couldn't go straight to the police. Without solid evidence of poison, it would be her word against theirs. And worse, if they even suspected she knew, they might speed up their plan. So she waited. She smiled at Marcus. She hugged Sophia. She let them believe their secret was safe. And then came the night Marcus made his biggest mistake. He brought her soup to bed again. The same silver tray. The same forced smile. But this time, when he left the room for a moment, Victoria made a silent decision. She switched the bowls. Minutes later, Marcus lifted his spoon, oblivious. He laughed, made a joke, took another bite. Victoria watched his throat swallow the poison that was meant for her. And then the laughter stopped. His face turned pale. His eyes widened. His hand clutched at his throat. "Victoria," he gasped. And in that chilling moment, he realized the truth. Marcus collapsed. Paramedics rushed in, but it was too late. He was gone. Police swarmed the house. At first, it looked like an accident, food poisoning maybe. But Victoria stayed calm. She pulled out her hidden camera footage. And when detectives pressed play, the truth spilled out on screen. Marcus, poisoning the soup. Sophia, whispering in his ear. Both laughing as they plotted Victoria's death. The evidence was undeniable. Within hours, a warrant was issued. But Sophia was quick, too quick. When officers stormed her apartment, they found her gone. Bags packed. Tickets booked. She was trying to flee. They caught her at Denver International Airport, just steps from boarding a flight to Mexico. In handcuffs, Sophia didn't cry. She didn't scream. She just glared at Victoria as if she were the one betrayed. The trial that followed shook the entire city. Reporters filled the courtroom, eager to cover the scandal. A husband dead. A sister plotting murder. A fortune nearly stolen. Sophia denied it all, but the camera footage sealed her fate. The jury didn't take long.
Guilty.
Life in prison without parole. For Victoria, the nightmare was over. But scars remained. Trust broken. Family destroyed. And yet she survived. She rebuilt her strength. She rebuilt her hotel, pouring her energy into making it more successful than ever. Guests noticed her spark again, her warmth, her determination. And late at night, when she looked in the mirror, she didn't see a victim anymore. She saw a survivor. So, what do you think? Was this ultimate justice? Or do you believe Sophia deserves something harsher? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you stayed with Victoria's story till the very end, do me a favor, hit like, share this video, and subscribe because more unbelievable revenge stories are on the way. After all, sometimes the sweetest revenge is simply surviving.